Hi everyone, it's John Mitchell. In this video, we're going to continue to look at the ways in which a business can improve its effectiveness and efficiency in its operations. And in this video, more specifically, looking at how it can do that through waste minimization. Now, waste minimization is the process of reducing the amount of discarded resources created by the business's operation system. Remembering the operation system are the inputs, processes, and outputs. So what wastage is created in that, or how can a business, or where does a business actually create wastage in that system, and how can they try and minimize the wastage that is being produced. Now, reducing wastage will help improve the efficiency of the business because less resources are used to produce the actual output that they are producing. Now, some common waste minimization strategies includes lots of them, but here are some examples. So first of all, improving the quality processes, whether they have implemented quality control or total quality management, but actually improving those processes. Sourcing higher quality materials, so that the higher quality materials, there should be less going to waste. Recruiting and training highly skilled employees. If employees are highly talented, then that should result in less errors. Implementing technology so that it can work in a faster manner than humans can, and also possibly in a more accurate manner. Recycling materials can also help reduce the wastage because or it reuses those actual resources, and also improving processes, which we're going to look at introducing lean management. So lean management is part of our study design. It is specifically listed in our study design, and it is one strategy that aims to reduce or minimize wastage throughout the production process. So lean management is an approach to business that aims to maximize customer value while reducing waste. So it's not just about reducing waste and costs and those types of things. That's important, but it can't impact the value that it's giving to the customer. So at the end of the day, it's based on two things: maximizing customer value and reducing wastage. And lean management creates greater customer value while using fewer resources. That's the whole purpose of it. And as a result of that, it can improve the efficiency of the business and also improve the effectiveness, because they'll be producing products, whether they be goods or services, that will meet consumer demands or the needs of consumers. Now, to go into more depth on lean management, we need to know what wastage, because it's all about increasing customer value, but also reducing wastage. And wastage can be seen as anything that slows production or stops it from occurring at the lowest possible cost. Lean management identifies 7 key areas where waste is produced. First of all is transportation. So the aim is to reduce any unnecessary movement of products. Inventory, avoiding excess storage of inventory, so not having large quantities on stock where there's idle stock for long periods of time. Reducing the amount of motion, so reducing movement of workers if they have to go from one machine to the next, and that can take time. Also reducing waiting periods, reducing the time between processes, or even waiting periods between the design of the product and it going into production. Wastage can be produced by overproduction, so the business tries to avoid making more than the actual demand in the market. Also over-processing, removing processes that add very little value. We don't want to the business doesn't want to over-process a particular product if it adds virtually no value to the end product. And also, defects is another area where wastage can be produced, and lean management looks to reduce the defects or errors that are created in the operation system. So they are 7 key areas where wastage is produced, and lean management looks at these areas and aims to reduce wastage in each of those particular areas. Now, with lean management, the business analyzes each stage of the operation system and the 7 key areas listed on the previous slide, and aims to remove any inefficiencies where there's no value added to the end consumer. Now, as those inefficiencies are removed, the production speeds will actually increase and costs will be reduced. But keep in mind that it's not just about reducing costs, it's also about adding value to the end customer. In the past, lean management has sort of been known as lean manufacturing. It was more implemented in manufacturing businesses, but it's now very common in service businesses also, and I just want to give you an example of that. Now, an example of services and lean management: many hospitals have been able to implement the concept of lean management. So the example I've got here are 4 surgeries in some hospitals are actually been able to reduce the amount of materials used in a procedure while still maintaining the quality or the value to the end consumer, and also reducing the time taken to perform the procedure. So they've worked out new ways and new techniques or new processes on how to actually perform these surgeries, which has reduced the amount of materials required and also reduced the time taken. So therefore, they're able to reduce some of the wastage in performing some of those procedures. So just to recap, waste minimisation is the process of reducing the amount of discarded resources created by the business's operation system. One key strategy to waste minimisation is lean management. There's obviously others that we spoke about briefly, but the one listed in our study design is lean management. This is the one we obviously went into more depth on, and it looks to add value to the end customer while reducing the amount of resources used in production or the amount of wastage. So for questions, activities and more, then come on over to teachingbubble.com.